Buksan mo
Welcome to
mauuna.
4 Moms for Success. Your host for tonight, Mayfloor, Maribel, Geraldine, and Roxanne.
Happy New Year,
Happy New Year!
everyone! Happy 2026, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. We are back. 4 Moms for Success. Yay! But tonight, one of the moms, Sis Mayflower, is not here tonight because, she went on vacation. She has an extended holiday vacation. So, but before anything else, what we love in this business because we had a break. You can pause and you can have a break, especially during the last holiday, which is the wonderful time of the year, the Christmas and the New Year. So tonight, before that, we want to introduce ourselves. Again, my name is Geraldine Carrera. I'm originally from the Philippines, now residing in North Carolina, USA. I'm a registered nurse by profession, a mom of two, and of course, a proud nursepreneur. And before I introduce these two young moms right here, we would like to invite you to our webinar. So this is where everything started. So you can watch our free webinar using these three websites that you can see. It's every Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock EST, 7 o'clock CST, and 5 o'clock Pacific time, right? And then in the Philippines, it's every Wednesdays and Fridays, 9 o'clock in the morning. All right, so Sis Bell, can you introduce yourself, please?
Happy New Year, everyone! I know we were out for like 2 weeks. The last time we saw each other was like a year ago.
Yes.
And I just want to say Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year, Sis Jerlene and Sis Rox. And before anything else, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Maribel Palarca, and I am the face behind Maribel and Palarca business page, a mom of two, a physical therapist, and of course, a digital entrepreneur. Originally from Cagayan de Oro City, Philippines, and now residing here in Louisiana, USA. I hope everyone had a very good and happy and New Year. And of course, Merry Christmas as well. And so we're here once again. You will see us again once a week. So we are so happy to be here to do this go live again. Sis Rocks.
Thank you, Sis Bell. Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you for being with us today. And to Sis May, enjoy your vacation there in the Philippines. This is Roxanne once again from Seattle, originally from the Philippines. I'm a mom, a wife, a proud digital business owner, and a property accountant by profession. I hope you guys enjoy the holiday weekend with your family and friends. And thank you again for being with us today. Go ahead, Sister.
Thank you, Sis Roxanne and Sis Bell. So yes, Happy New Year is 2026. So it's New Year. Is it same life, or are you finally ready for something new? So that's going to be our topic tonight. So from last year, if you are tired of having like the same job, the same income, the same stress, and the same routine, this conversation is for you. Because well, each and every one are different. Some are, they're having the best life. They have the time freedom, and whatever they want. But for some that didn't work last year, maybe this year is going to be the time for change. But most people think that change comes from motivation, willpower, and New Year's resolution. But for me, it's not, because no matter how motivated you are, if you're not taking action, it's useless. So the real change comes from decision, new decision, and action, taking action. So it's not just like all, oh, my New Year's resolution and this and that. Like this year, I'm gonna go on diet. This year, I'm gonna do better. But at the same time, if you don't take action, nothing is gonna change, right? So that's what we are gonna discuss tonight. And to start with it, Sis Roxanne and Sis Bell, you choose which one is gonna who's gonna. Okay, Sis Roxanne will discuss that one first. Go ahead, Sis Roxanne.
Thank you, Sister Jerlyn. Um, oh, is that on my end? Oh, okay. It's good now. Thank you, Sis Jerlyn. It's New Year. Are you ready for this year? What's your plan? You have any clarities? If not, you can take a pause when you have a quiet time this week or maybe this weekend to write down some goals that you might have for the year. You can start with three goals, and that will help you. Oh, here's my son next to me. Sorry. You want to say hi? Can write three goals. You can write it or put it on your cell phone where it's visible for you. That will help you be inspired each day. And also, you can create a vision board that can help you to have a roadmap for this year. Direction, clarity that will create some momentum for you to take some action and be inspired every day when you see it. Um, there's if you don't make any change, nothing will change. So you have to decide, like what Sis Jerlyn said, decide what matters for you this year, decide what might help you this year, and you can choose your path where you want to be, what life you want to be for your family. And with this business, we will not only give you the blueprint of the business, but will help you as well with the journey, give you some um, clarity on the mindset on how to be away from having employee mindset to a business mindset. And I think that's all I have for now. Thank you.
Thank you, Sis Roxanne. So yes, yeah, the employee mindset. Most of us, like me, the last year has been, well, it's been better than the previous year, because 2024, 2023, those are the years that I've been working two jobs, PRN and stuff like that, because my mindset is to work, to work for somebody else. So when I started this business, is switch to being a um, business mindset, business owner mindset. Before, every time it's a new year, we'd be like, okay, my New Year's resolution is gonna be, I'm gonna make some more money. But then through what? Just through a job, because that's all we all are depending on, through our job, right? We don't have any. Before I started the business, all I know is to just work for me to make money. But then what it takes is my time, my time away from my kids. So we only have 24 hours in a day, and then your goal is to make this much money. But how can you make that much money if you only have 24 hours in a day? And then like, you can't even work that much, the whole day. So yeah, so that's the first one. It's like the mindset. Maybe this year we're gonna have to change mindset. But of course, changing the mindset, it has to be, we have to take action, not just all mindset, not just all motivation. We have to do something, because you can't just be like having a big dreams right here, but you're just sitting down and not doing nothing. That's not magic. We're not creating magic here. And of course, this Roxanne said about vision board. Yes, a vision board. You have to visualize, you have to manifest that things or that goals is gonna happen. So yeah, we have a lot of vision boards, and of course, it's always taking action. And before taking action, you have to make that one decision to start something new. Because this business is something new to you, but I know we started scared, but that's normal. Because every new things that you do in your life is scary. Just like stepping in, when you're a kid, you go to school, your first time you go to school, kindergarten, you get scared. You don't go in there and be like, okay, I know these things. And then here comes like high school, you get scared. Here comes college, you get scared. So start scared, but then, you grow together. All right. All right. Go ahead, Sis Bell. It's your turn, Sis Bell.
It's my turn. Yes, I was just listening, and you're right. Both of you are really uh correct. When it comes to, like, always beginning of the year, it just reminded me of what my coworker has told me last week, because he every morning, my coworker would always go to, like, leave home like around, like, maybe 5 o'clock, and then he would go straight to the gym right next to our facility to do his exercises. And he was like, man, and he told me, like, man, that was a lot of people today. And then, so, like, for years that I've been doing exercise, going to the gym, this is always the thing. The beginning of the year, there's always, like the gym is always full packed. It's always packed, because, like, people are always like, this is it, this is the year, this is the year I'm gonna change. This is the year I'm gonna lose weight, I'm gonna be healthy. And every year he does that, and it's like, and then comes February, it will, like, 50%. It's like clearance, 50% offers, and after that 75, and then went down to 90%. Then that's why they always say matira ang matibay, but that's always our user, always our goal. That's why every January we always hear the same thing. This is my year. This is it. I have to take action. I have to make new goals. I have to do those things that I have to check everything in my bucket list. But I had to do new vision board. But let's be honest. Let's be honest. How many things that you put in your bucket list or your goal at the beginning of the year that you were able to do at the end of the year by December? I don't know. In fact, you forgot that you already made goals in January. You forgot that, like, I have to take care of my health, or I have to start a new business, or I have to do something else to really to retire early. And then those are the just goals. The things that you did are just goals, and that if you did not take action, it will never happen, because they said your dreams will not go away. They're just waiting for you to take action on it. That's why let's there is the same thing that people get tired. That's why there is burnout, because you do the same thing over and over again, the same paycheck to paycheck stuff, the same going to work, the same type of job, the same routine, the same and stuff. And then the expenses gets higher, and then the same thing that you do paycheck to paycheck. So if you've done that for years, you will really get burned out. You will go crazy. That's why it's either you stay the same thing that you did last year, stay on that zone, or you want to find something new in life. That's why it is better to really try something new. I just texted my messenger, message my nephew. When was that? This morning, because when we went home to the Philippines last June, he has this he prepared something for us because he's a good cook. So he prepared a fried chicken, and that was one of the best fried chicken I've tasted. And then with gravy, better. I always thought it's better than Jollibee. But I said, like, Kuya, I always call him Bang. Bang, you need to try this. You have to make business out of this, because this is really good. But you just have to start something like some small. And then I thought of him last night. It's like, hey, why don't you start with that business? And so, like, yeah, maybe. It's like, why do you want? I said, like, we'll help you, because, like, you just start small, and then that really, like, started the fire in them, because I know you've been waiting for that to happen, but it takes something, a step forward for it to happen. So you better start now, so that instead of just thinking, like, oh, I'll do it, just try. If it will not happen, you will not become successful, then try. At least you tried. You will build your confidence to try again any things. Like, that's why he got so excited. And I told him, like, go make three sauce, diba? Usually we have, it's like, yeah, we already have it. But then it's just how to start. That's why your dreams will always be there, but it's just waiting in line. And when are you gonna prioritize your dreams? So why is it better to start something new? First, it is costly to not to stay the same. Not because not just financially costly, but it is time wise. You're wasting a lot of time, and time that you can never take away, that you cannot take back. Time is priceless. That's why it's not just the money thing that really like costly in cost wise, but it's the time that you can never take back. I should have started last year. I told you I should have done this. We should have done this earlier and stuff like that. But you did not. That's why it is better to try something new. Do not get worried about failing, because failure is part of the game. Failure is part of the success. That's why when we started this business, we didn't start knowing everything about the business. We started with our hearts full, with our mindset up, with our mindset, and with shaky steps forward. That's why we're here. That's why we're still here, because we started new, but our bravery and our confidence started to build up. We don't build confidence first. We build confidence in between the process. That's why nobody will start fearless. Nobody will start confident in anything. Nobody. Everybody will start as a newbie. Everybody will start as a rookie. Nobody started a game or a professional game as a veteran right away. You have to be a rookie first and build your confidence, just like us. So if this year you want to try something new and want to try out from your comfort zone, I tell you, try something that would fit what you want in your life. So just like the three of us, we've been working full time away with our kids a lot of times because of our work, and our dream was to have time flexibility so that we can spend a lot of time with our kids. And we found this digital business, which really fit on our goals and our what we want in life. And then that's why we are so thankful with that for that. That's why so if you really, just like us, if you want time flexibility, you want more time with your kids while you're earning, why don't you try the digital business that we have? Because I assure you, there's nothing, no other business that's like this, that would give really, that works around you, not you work around the business. It's not the other way around. So I think that's it for now, mga sis. I'm just happy. So just try something new. Don't stay in one area. Don't stay in your comfort zone. There's nothing fun about comfort. There is relaxation and stuff, but you will never grow inside your comfort zone. Thank you.
Thank you, Isabel. Yes, growth doesn't, you don't see growth in your comfort zone. And yes, you're right, Isabel. You don't have to change everything. You don't have to know every single step when you start the business. You just have to be brave enough to choose one new decision, and that's going to be this year. And of course, like, yeah, staying in your comfort zone, there's no growth in there. So you have, because you are used to the routine and stuff, and you are just okay with that. I mean, if you don't have any goals that to have at the time freedom and stuff, that's fine. You can stay in your comfort zone. But if you are a busy parent, or just somebody that wants a time freedom and financial freedom, this business might help you. It might help you achieve that goal. And of course, as Belle said, like, failure is part of the success. Yes, every failure teaches you a lesson, and it just makes you stronger and growing every single day. And so my question for you is so simple. Like, when you look back at this year, will you say nothing really changed? Or will you say that year I finally chose differently? So that's it for us tonight. And this new year, if 2025, seems like it's missing, there's something missing, go start now. 2026 started with a new year, because this might be something that will change your year, and not just keep repeating the same year every single new year. All right. So if you guys have questions, you can send us a message, or you can check our link and start by watching our webinar. And that's it for tonight, guys. And we hope to see you next week. All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Good night.
Bye. We'll see you next
That's
week.
right.
Bye
We'll see
bye.
you next week, Sis May.
Yes.
Success.
Enjoy, Sis May. Bye
Enjoy your
bye.
vacation.